I'm joined now by Rob Curry, who is the Deputy Minister with the Ministry of Education. Rob, why is it important for schools in Saskatchewan to incorporate Orange Shirt Day into one of the events they observe?
The government of Saskatchewan is committed to truth and reconciliation calls to action and working towards reconciling with the First Nations Métis communities. We're looking at practical, successful initiatives that will help reinforce. We have some reconciliation to be realized. Orange Shirt Day started in 2013 when a wonderful lady in BC shared her story and the impact it had on her when her orange shirt was taken away when she was taken to a residential school. And so the embracing of recognition of the impact that had, the reminder of how we need to learn from the past and build for the future is important, that all of our students, our education community, takes this seriously and takes it into account in terms of their planning to build upon the past and to learn from it to prepare for the future.
Tell me more about how the recommendations made by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission are influencing the curriculum that's taught in Saskatchewan schools.
In 2007, Saskatchewan was the first province to mandate treaty education. From that, we developed outcomes, learning outcomes that were also implemented in the classroom. And that's important to realize, that we have had this initiative that's created an awareness, created learnings to build our future generations' learning capacity, as well as understanding of our past and preparing for the future. So it's important from a curriculum point of view, as well as for our teachers and our staff members within the schools, that they learn about the past, not only for their knowledge and creation of the knowledge for our students, but also that they personally understand in terms of their investment, their engagement and understanding, so that they can properly reflect the past, our history, to help our students build for the future.
Are there some specifics you can share about what happens in the classroom now that maybe didn't before the TRC recommendations were made, that we would see with the kids who are in the classroom learning about these things?
Absolutely. One of them is Orange Shirt Day. And if you look throughout our province, you'll see a number of schools recognizing Orange Shirt Day. Another one is our students recognizing treaty lands that they're on, and homeland of the Métis, speaking to that and having that as part of their daily learning experiences and recognizing that and celebrating it too. The other part is that we have online resources that have been developed for teachers within the schools that they can access for learning resources, and that they can use for their students. Not only for their students, though, but for themselves too. And what's interesting of that is that this resource came as a result of teachers saying, could we have something that would help us learn for ourselves so that we can impart that knowledge and help share the story, the accurate story, to our students.
Are there some success stories that you've seen in the advancement of understanding and awareness and appreciation for what has happened to Indigenous people in our province and our country?
Absolutely. I would go throughout our province, go throughout our cities and towns and see that we have flags in front of schools, the Métis flags, the treaty flags that are up in schools. We have our elders engaged and involved and guiding us in our education within our schools, guiding our staff as well as our students. We also have elders' councils that have been developed and are an important part of us learning from the past and preparing for the future. We also have teachers, as I've referenced earlier, that are speaking to recognition of we are on treaty land, we're all treaty people, and homeland of the Métis. And those are just a few initiatives. But on an Orange Shirt Day, just go throughout our province, go throughout our communities and see the number of orange shirts being worn, not only by staff members, but by families of the students that attend our schools. And you see the recognition and the honor that they're responding to what's happened in the past and preparing for the future.
Are there changes or anything that's going to go differently in the future, things that we should look to be upcoming as far as curriculum goes and events in schools?
It's incumbent upon us to always have our curriculum reflect accurately, to be relevant, and to have our students engaged. And so the curriculum is always being reviewed and renewed, and we will have continuation of the treaty education renewed to reflect what we have learned from in the past and prepare for the future. So that's a continuous ongoing process. We continue to reconnect, I'll say, with our parents, our First Nations Métis parents. We continue to reconnect with our First Nations Métis grandparents and our elders and listen to them for the stories of what's happened in the past. a number of schools have implemented the use of the blanket exercise, and that's one where it's real, and it's a way to learn from situations that happened in the past so that it can become more engaging to students and staff. And I know a number of school divisions have implemented this opportunity and learning experience.
Thanks for your time today, Rob.
My pleasure. Thank you.